Max Darnell with Wave Recipes. Today, I'm going to do a chicken cordon bleu recipe using fresh boneless skinless chicken breast in the NuWave Breville XL Smart Oven Air Fryer. So let's get started with that chicken cordon bleu right now. Okay, so for this chicken cordon bleu, what I have are two large size boneless skinless chicken breasts, and for the way that I do it, you have to be pretty big ones, not smaller size ones. I've got 4 large eggs. I've got a half a cup of water, 4 ounces of water. I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I've got an ounce of hickory smoked sea salt. I've got a tablespoon of freshly cracked black pepper. I've got a tablespoon of garlic powder. Got some pieces of ham. Got a couple slices of Haverty cheese. I want to mention for the egg wash and breading, I made an excessive amount. You probably could cut this in half if you're only doing 2. I'll probably use this for some other stuff later. But to get started, going to mix the wet and dry ingredients because I'm going to have a water and egg wash, and I'm going to have basically my breading also. Alright, so I've got my egg wash and breading together. Now what I'm going to do, because what you can do with chicken cordon bleu, you can take the chicken breasts and you can pound them down so that they're flatter, and then you can put your cheese and your ham in them and kind of roll it up. I really don't want to do it that way. I'm going to basically just cut slits in the sides of the chicken breast and stuff them, and then egg wash and bread them. So I'm going to get one of my knives here and just try and carefully get a slit into one of these chicken breasts to get it open. And just do that very carefully here. Maybe easier with my smaller knife. Use my smaller parsing knife to get in there. This gives me a pocket to stuff, basically. I'm going to do the same with this one. Try and do it very carefully. Alright, now I'm going to basically take my cheese and ham. I'm going to take some ham and stick it inside of some cheese. And get the rest of that ham if I think it'll fit, but basically just want to stuff in some ham and cheese in there, into each. Now I'm going to stuff this one. If you so choose, you can take toothpicks and try and seal these closed with toothpicks if you choose. I'm just going to basically stuff them and egg wash and bread them as is. But if you really like and care for them being really well closed up, then you can use a toothpick or something to hold them closed. Alright, so I've got these both stuffed. Now I'm going to try and get them through my egg wash and my breading. I know my hand that's supposed to be the dry hand is just a little wet, but I don't think that's going to mess us up too much. And I'm going to, as I get these prepared, I'm going to put them into this air fryer basket. I'm being very gentle to avoid anything coming out since I didn't seal things up and such. I've got some coming out the back end here. That I think will be okay in the end. Alright, now that I've got them all egg going to spray the exterior, whoops. I'm going to spray the exterior with some cooking spray. And I'm going to spray it all sides. Alright, now I'm going to open up the NuWave Bravo and put them on the third rack holder up. I've got a rack holder on the bottom rack with a pan to catch drippings. Okay, now I'm going to turn the NuWave Bravo on, and I'm going to hit menu till I get to air fry, up the temp to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's do that. And we'll do a cooking time of 35 minutes. And I'm going to hit start, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, 12 minutes left. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm hitting the top bottom button. I'm lowering the top heating element to just 40%. The reason why I just lowered the top heating element to 40% is because I don't want the top to get overcooked too fast. So now for the next 12 minutes, the rest of this cook, it's going to, give a little more heat from the bottom, and that way things get a nice all around good cooking. And so I'll bring you back in the next 12 minutes. Alright, there's 15 seconds left. I've got my thermopen here. I'm going to check some temperatures and get in there as soon as the time is up, and we'll see if things are fully cooked. So with 1 second left, going to turn it off to stop any excess beeping and turn the light on so I can get a look. Pull things out here. You see how things look. I do have some cheese that came out, but that's okay with me. You can see I'm at 152. I'm kind of low on my temp, so going to give it another 10 minutes. So turn it back on, hit air fry up to 425 again. Go to bring the top down to 40%. Go over to my time, then give it 10 more minutes and hit start. So usually if you're doing like boneless, skinless chicken breast, it'll take about 35 minutes the way that I just did it. Usually that'll work out fine. But I guess because I've got things stuffed and whatnot, maybe it's going to take a little longer. So I'm going to give it another 10 minutes and we'll see what the Bravo does. Alright, as we come into the final seconds of the 10 minutes, I'm starting to get a bit of smoke probably from the drippings that are dripping into the drip pan and starting to make some smoke. So I'm going to just stop it. We'll say, it went maybe 9.5 minutes or so. But you probably want to do maybe an extra 8 minutes. You probably can do like 40 to 42 minutes or so, but I wouldn't go much further. But you see, we're just at 172, 173. So, you probably need an extra 8 minutes. So let's say instead of 35 minutes, you're probably going to need about 43 minutes. Of course, the smaller one is a little more done than the bigger one. But I'm going to go ahead and try and get them off of here now. And get a metal spatula up under here. I didn't do any flipping. Now it looks like, I got a little residue there, but up in this area I didn't get any. And since I didn't, toothpick or anything, and I know, knowingly did that, of course I had a little, had some cheese start coming out some. But I'll show you my bottom pan. I didn't have very much cheese fall out. Not very much at all. So I'm going to close up here. Turn that light off. Now we're going to take the knife, just cut down the center of my chicken cordon bleu, just see what's inside. Look at that. Look at that inside. Looks pretty nice. Alright, I'm just going to cut a piece off for taste testing. Just going to slice down in here. We'll just taste test with that. That's already on my fork. So let me get the camera moved. Alright, here's our chicken cordon bleu here. So let's do our taste with this piece here on my fork. All I I can say is I would pay a lot of money at a restaurant for that. It's very good. Excellent. And this is the easy way to make some chicken cordon bleu. I'm not one that's into fighting with the chicken, you know, pounding and all that. You know, no. There's an easy way to make chicken cordon bleu just like that. The NuWave Breville XL Smart Oven does a great job. You can use your own cooker, do the same thing. So you can find this, other recipes in heating instructions in written form for this cooker and other types of similar convection ovens, air fryers, and so on at superwaveovenrecipes.com. You can always come to this YouTube channel to watch videos by going to waveovenrecipes.com. It'll bring you straight to this YouTube channel. Also, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Wave Oven Recipes. You can find referral links for this cooker and others in the video description. It basically same price, but you help this channel out. Also, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and good eating.